All right, so this is the first of 5 videos on the Industrial Revolution. Uh, so the Industrial Revolution begins in the 1700s. Metal workers are using large amounts of coal, and they need that coal because they need a hot heat to melt iron ore and make it into something that's usable. The high heat will burn off the impurities that are found naturally in iron. So as I said, it burns at a high temperature. The problem, though, is these ironworks are finding that coal is beginning to become less and less available because they have to dig further and further into the ground to extract the coal, and these mines are filling up with water. So Thomas Newcomen, he between 1705 and 1712, he designs what's called the Newcomen engine, and what this does is it can pump water out of the mines at a faster rate than horses or people could. It's a big device. It's pretty close to the size of your home, or at least half of your house, depending on how big your house is. It used a lot of coal, and it needs to be near a mine. This would not have been practical to use in like a factory or some other place. It was very inefficient, but it was effective. In 1769, this is James Watt. He is a maker of scientific equipment. He is hired to repair a broken down Newcomen engine, and he sets out to not only fix the engine but make it more efficient. So he does fix the engine like he's supposed to, but he creates a smaller scale model and he begins to tinker with it to figure out ways to make it not as wasteful, and then make it more efficient so it can fully use its energy potential. So it takes him 2 years to perfect his engine, but he takes something that was the size of a home and is able to reduce it to the size of an engine that can be placed on a boat or on a train, things like that. So by 1790, he's created a sturdy, powerful, practical machine. It can be easily used to pump water out of coal mines, which makes coal more readily available. You can use it to power steamboats. So this is important because ships can easily travel downstream, but they have a hard time traveling upstream. So what you have to do is you have to attach it by line to a donkey, people, horses, whatever, and then it gets pulled up. This way, it can, under its own steam, uh, go back up the river. And this means that you can trade upriver instead of just downriver. And then you can power locomotives. They've got lots of iron coming out. You put down iron tracks. You can put a locomotive on it. They've already had these things. They just didn't. They weren't powered by locomotives. They were powered by teams of horses that would pull uh, train cars from place to place, passengers, all this stuff. Now you can replace the horses with locomotives, and then you can now move factories away from rivers, and you can place them any place that you want because they're powered by coal. So the steam engine is the power of the Industrial Revolution. So the Industrial Revolution, it begins in the late 1700s, and it's a period in which mechanical power begins to replace muscle power for the production of goods. So if you go back as far as 12,000 years ago, you've got the building of the Sphinx, you've got the building of the pyramids. There's all kinds of examples. The Great Wall of China. All of these things are incredible wonders, and they were all built by people, just straight up labor, and it took years, decades to build these things. And during the Industrial Revolution, people are no longer going to be able to. People aren't building things; they're using machines to build them. And this is a revolutionary change, and it does affect the entire world. Now, I would like you to watch this video. It's the end. It's going to give you a preview of the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution. This is actually a steam-powered car. So these predate like automobiles as we know them. And this will be the beginning of section 2. So that's the end of this video. So I'll see you for the second video.